Hello and welcome to perhaps the most important episode of Weapon Review ever. This is the episode where I get to convince you the amendment is a great weapon. This is my probably third favorite weapon in the entire game, maybe even second. I love the amendment. I've been a staunch amendment defender. This is the only weapon I ever maxed out on the same day it came out because we were on Super Earth, naturally. Attachments, nothing major to even talk about. We're going right to the bot front. Let's jump right into this one. Okay, so the amendment. Light armor pen, high damage, you got a frickin' bayonet. This is already way cooler than anything else pretty much in the game. And the best part is, it actually is good on the bot front. Light armor pen's good on the bot front. I know a lot of scrubs are like, well, actually, Mr. Shadow Strider, you need medium armor pen to do effective on this front. Incorrect. Shut up. Okay, moving on. The amendment is ridiculously fun. It reminds me of the M1 Garand, but it's probably more of an M14, I would argue. I think they really screwed up by not letting it have a pinging sound. Someone make a mod for that, please. I'll use this thing like my life depends on it. Also, this weapon comes with the Masters of Ceremony. It's your only primary in that whole war bond. That was more of a drip war bond. As you can see, I even dressed my absolute best for this episode, okay? I've got the one true flag on my back. This is probably the drippiest episode you'll ever see in the entire series. It one-taps Devastator heads. I mean, this weapon's great. I really cannot sing the praise of this weapon enough. There are some amendment bros out there. I know in my ranking the weapons tier list, there was someone in the comments that also endorsed the amendment. That's me hitting my chest to you, sir, okay? I respect. Amendment bros are not high in number, but we understand that this weapon is secretly one of the better in the game. Before the Strider buff, this thing was ridiculously good. Now you just have to shoot the leg joints, but with such high damage, that's not hard to do either. Also, let me just address right now, the bayonet on the front is medium armor pen, so technically this weapon can do both penetrations. As long as you can hit your shots, this weapon will see you through on the bot front. There's really not much this thing can handle. Having a bayonet does allow you to have a better melee than most weapons in the game. Like I said, this weapon rocks. I love it. I think it's slept on. I think most of the DMRs in this game are slept on, but we'll get there when we get there with our weapon reviews. I also wanted to get some city action because, I don't know, this thing just feels right using it in the city. I like to pair this with the Senator. I think that's one of my favorite combos in the game. Senator and Amendment. That's what I leveled this up on most of my time grinding this weapon out. I was one of the divers that went to go get the DSS. Okay, we needed that for Super Earth, so I'm sorry for abandoning Super Earth in its time of need, but I was there day one and every other day. I really hope they bring a good event like that back. That was probably the most unified the player base ever was. I know that has no point in the video. There's also a bayonet on this weapon, like I've talked about. It's a little ballsy going toe-to-toe with gigantic monsters that can kill you with a bayonet, but it's also pretty cool charging stuff with a bayonet. You can get your deathcore fantasies out of the way with that. I tend to charge when there's no reason to. I tend to die a lot when I run the amendment if I'm trying to just have fun and be goofy. But I can lock in with it too, so. The amendment can slay, and I mean absolutely slay, the chaff enemies of any front, really, because it just hits so hard. It's got a satisfying sound. Like I said, it's a head-popping weapon. As you can see, pops heads efficiently. I think it pairs great with the reinforced Epaulette's armor, just because you get that small melee buff and such, and reloading speed. It's just a great weapon on this front, like I said. We're going to hop over to the Squid front real soon. I might just let this footage play because I like watching how drippy my character is. No, I'm just kidding, guys. I'm just kidding. I'm in a good mood today. As you can see, I'm joined by my most loyal soldier, Mr. Callsign Moron. Getting to be a frequent reoccurrence in these videos. Happy to say a friend I've made purely from playing Helldivers, which, that's pretty cool. Further proof this game really just makes friendships and such. So over here on the Squid front, I very much enjoy this weapon too. I mean, it might not have medium pen, but that's okay. This is very easily circumnavigated with, I don't know, laser cannon, MG43, frankly any support weapon just about. So you can, I mean look, I've said this many times in a lot of my weapon reviews, you can use whatever weapon you want on the Squid front as long as you just bring the machine gun or something to make sure you have medium armor pen. As it stands, the Squid front is the easiest front as of time of recording this, naturally. So do with that as you will. I think it's a great place to level up your weapons. That being said, I sincerely hope we get some squid content soon. The squids have not really had anything major since Super Earth, and that feels like a lifetime ago already. So much has happened. But yeah, we'll jump into some action here. So this thing naturally can erase Overseers because it hits so hard. It's incredibly efficient against the voteless and satisfying, I might add. Now, ammo does go fast. I'm naturally running a meme loadout here because I'm just trying to have fun in this episode, but like, you can very easily make this fit with any loadout you want. Like I said, I mean, it's great against the voteless. If you'd rather not aim for heads, you can shoot for the legs because that practically is a one-hit kill on the legs with most weapons. And this also pairs great with a sword. If you want to do a melee build that occasionally shoots, this is probably the best weapon for it. And you can tap fire as quick as you desire. It also has a burst feature. I don't usually do that. I don't think burst is necessary because it hits so hard, so you're actually going to be wasting ammo, I think. But yeah, Squid Front, I love this weapon. So here you can see me going toe-to-toe with some Overseers. You have to take your time and hit your shots, but you can kill them incredibly quick. As you can see, that's 2 Overseers absolutely erased. No reason not to run this. Now, unfortunately, I do have to run from Stingrays until I can get the laser cannon back in my hand. But is that really difficult to get to a your support weapon? Like I said, this thing is just ridiculous. Of any weapon in this whole game, this may be the most overlooked. I don't know the statistics, I didn't check, but this is probably taken like 0.1%, I'd imagine, because people don't like it. Everyone thought it was going to be a medium pen weapon. I thought it was too when it came out. I think maybe it should have been. But that's not really anything I should be talking about. Who cares? I think light armor pen's just as effective. Like I said, if you haven't used this before, I'd really recommend it. It's really fun. Just give it a shot. Can we please get some amendment bros out there? Chat, aka my comment section, if you see this one, can we please get some amendment support in the chat? This weapon is incredibly fun. So, attachments, I guess we should probably cover that. I think unnecessary at the end of the day. There's no real reason. I mean, the ergo on this weapon is ridiculous. You can put any scope you want on it. As usual, I like the 4x. That's just me. I think this was just fine with the reflex when I was using it. I just like the 4x scope on DMRs because 4x it feels like I can still swing it around like an assault rifle, but I can also use it in its intended purpose. As a DMR should be. So yeah, I mean, you've pretty much just gathered in the last couple seconds of that what this weapon can do. It's light armor pen, it has a bayonet, and it's drippy. Is there anything more you need in this game? Anyway, we're gonna jump over to the bug front and we'll wrap this up after the bug front. Right, bug front. Ain't much to say about this. It's great here too. Most bugs have noticeable weak spots, and if they have one you can't shoot through, you can just stab through it. There you go. This weapon rocks over here. Like I said, there ain't much else to say. The bug front part's probably gonna be quick. Frankly, we can just get out of the way now. Look, if you can't shoot it, you can stab it. There you go. There's your bug front review. The amendment, I guess of all the fronts, it's probably the least effective here, I guess, but it's still incredibly fun and effective, so. Yeah, I guess that's it. Like, comment, subscribble, as they say. Tell me what you think of the amendment. Hopefully I've changed your mind a little bit about this weapon. I think it's really, really good. I hope I've sung its praises enough. It comes in the drippiest war bond ever, so you get one of my favorite weapons with some of the best drip in the game. It's a win-win no matter what. I guess amendment haters, do they really have anything besides it being light armor pen? Like, it's got a decent mag, it hits hard, it's got great ergo, it's got a stabby stab on the end. So yeah, like I said, like, comment, subscribe, let me know what you think of the weapon. Let's have a discussion below. What's your most underrated... If you've made it this far, what do you think is the most underrated weapon in the game and why? Let's have a discussion in the comments. You know I respond to all my comments, pretty much. And if I don't, I feel bad. I do a pretty good job, I think. I think I respond to just about every comment I get. But yeah, I'll see you all in the next one.
Approved. Deploying reinforcements.
Reporting to the front.